he gets into a situation where you do the best you can at the job or at a fire, and he carries a bit of guilt afterward, thinking or knowing that he could have done more or better to help save the people in there. And there's a storyline, a through storyline with him and a victim, and we follow that pretty closely. And you just see, and it's based off of an actual event that happened. I know one of the firefighters here. It's something that has happened. So it's based off of something real, but you follow his guilt. So you see how that kind of takes its toll on first responders. The stories that we tell and everything else are based off of actual events, and we try to do our best to honor those stories and stay true to the profession. For as much as we talk about checking your emotions at the door, your personal problems at the door when you go to the firehouse, now you have your relationships with Casey and Dawson working together, and it's a family. So I don't know that it's always the case. Yes, when they go to a job and they go to work, you have to get into a mindset of I'm here, I'm doing a job, and I don't think they're affected in that respect. But you still care for people. You're still affected by the job. It's not like we're robots or we portray robots. I mean, if something happens that gets you, then you take it with you. Sometimes it's not so easy to get that out of your head when you put it against the pillow at night. We've seen some storylines with my character and Sophia's character with Lindsay, and I think Shay's been dealing on and off with her relationship with the girl I don't like to speak of. She's no good for her, but she keeps going back. So that relationship is still intact, and I still care for her. And I think with Severide, it's been the Lindsay character is someone he can empathize with, he can sympathize with, and at the end of the day, it's someone to talk to, and they have relatable experiences in lives, and and some chemistry there too. So that doesn't hurt. I was just kind of just thanking my lucky stars that we got the opportunity to get a second season. A lot of shows don't. It's a really competitive job market just in general, let alone in this profession. So just getting the opportunity, and I think there's a sigh of relief almost from the writers and actors alike, where we spent season one trying different things and seeing what characters and what actors were, how storylines were going to work out. So season two gave us, I think it just went more in depth with characters and the stories that we could tell. So I was over the moon. I can't wait to see what comes at season three. It was early March, and there had been snow on the ground since I got back in January after the holiday break, and there was snow on the ground for three some odd months. It was every day, nonstop, and it looks, I think, aesthetically, it looks beautiful on camera, but it takes its toll on the crew for sure. When we started, because Jason Begay and John Seda had done guest arcs on Chicago Fire during season one. That kind of presented the opportunity when they came up with the idea of doing, PD. They were at the forefront of that, so we could have storylines go back and forth because, our fan base knows those characters. But next year we'll come back. We'll all start at the same time. I think it's just going to be great. I think just the interaction the fans will have with the two shows will be great. We'll go back and forth and tell the same stories, and you can watch one or you can watch the other, but I think the payoff is watching both, hopefully. I've said it since we started, it's a dream job, and it's a great group of people. Everyone still likes each other, It hasn't gotten that bad.